Yo, what's good, YouTube? Freedom Out Productions here, and today I want to do something a little different. I wanted to do a top five forgotten black cartoons of the '90s. Me being a child of the '90s, I just was just sitting here thinking I wanted to see how many people out there really remember these five cartoons that I picked, black cartoons that is that I picked of the '90s that a lot of people seem to have forgotten or just don't remember it. And so here's a countdown. Here's my top five picks. I'm pretty sure there's more black cartoons out here that I'm not remembering, but these are my top five that I can remember that no one else can. So you guys let me know what you think about this countdown and let me know the cartoons that I picked. Do you guys remember them or you don't? Or did you watch them growing up? Did you like them or not? Just let me know. So let's get to it. This is my top five forgotten black cartoons of the 90s. Here we go. Number five, Kid and Play. The Kid and Play cartoon premiered on NBC September the 8th, 1990, and lasted for one season, with a total of 13 episodes ending December 8th of the same year. Even though the cartoon showed the real-life Kid and Play, the cartoon versions were voiced by J.D. Hall and Brian Stokes Mitchell. Now, this was a classic. I loved the movie growing up, and I had the tape growing up. Me and my brother and my family, we loved watching House Party, and when the cartoon came out, of course we watched the cartoon, and this is one of those forgotten cartoons that a lot of people don't remember. It only lasted for that, like I said, one season, and I ain't gonna lie, the animation was a little wonky, and the voices sounded nothing like Kid and Play, and the cartoon really had nothing to do with House Party, really, except for just Kid and Play. But yeah, I would say though, if you haven't seen it, you could watch some of the episodes on YouTube. Yeah, check it out, man. And yeah, just one of those forgotten cartoons I had to throw out there. So number five, I would have to say is Kid and Play. At number four, C-Bear and Jamal. C-Bear and Jamal premiered February 3rd, 1996 on Fox Kids and ended on February 22nd, 1997 with a total of 13 episodes. The show follows Jamal Harrison Wingo, a 10-year-old black American boy voiced by Arthur Reggie III, and his wise rapping teddy bear who comes to life when Jamal's around, voiced by real-life rapper Tone Loc. Now, this was a great cartoon. I remember this cartoon coming on Saturday mornings. It wasn't one of my favorites, but I definitely watched it whenever I had a chance. And I think you should too. So if you guys have never watched C-Bear and Jamal, give it a watch. You could probably watch some episodes here on YouTube. If not, look around. Maybe you could find it somewhere else. But yeah, definitely give it a try. And it's one of those classic cartoons where, they had a rapper doing a cartoon voice. In this case, Tone Loc. Tone Loc was everywhere. But yeah, definitely give it a try. And yeah, that's number four for forgotten black cartoons. This is C-Bear and Jamal. Number three, Waynehead. Waynehead premiered October 19th, 1996 on Kids WB. The show lasted for one season with a total of 13 episodes, ending May 17th, 1997. The show follows Damie Waynehead Wayne, a kid from a poor background and has a club foot, voiced by Orlando Brown. Now, Waynehead is a show I used to watch too. It's one of those cartoons that used to always come on in the morning. I never put too much stock into Waynehead. I knew it was like Damian Wayne's show. It had some funny moments. I usually always just trip about how bad Waynehead looked. He was like an alien to me. But Waynehead was could have definitely lasted longer. Too bad it was short lived. I wish it could have went farther. They could probably did more with the show, And yeah, that's Waynehead, man. And if you guys have never checked it out, check it out. I think they might have some episodes somewhere on YouTube you could probably find. Yeah, so if you've never seen Wayne Head, give it a try. And that's our number 3 spot, Wayne Head. Number 2, The PJs. The PJs premiered January 10th, 1999 for the Fox Broadcasting Company. It lasted for 3 seasons and ended on May 20th, 2001. The PJs is a stop-motion animated black sitcom starring Thurgood Stubbs, the superintendent of the Hilton Jacobs projects, voiced by Eddie Murphy. The show follows Thurgood and his interactions with the community of the Hilton Jacob projects. Now, I remember when this first came out, and this was like a real big hit. And I remember a lot of people was talking about it. But for some reason, this is one of the cartoons I could just never really get into. It was just one of those animations that I know a lot of people was watching, but for some reason, it just never grabbed me like that. I could just never get into it. But a lot of people enjoyed it, and it was cool to see Eddie Murphy do something different, to see him do a cartoon and you know, not do movies. And that was cool. And a lot of people enjoyed it for what it was. And it lasted for 3 seasons. And I think that's pretty good, you know, considering the fact that this was stop animation and you didn't see that a lot back in the 90s. So, yeah, shout out to Eddie Murphy for this. And yeah, and that is The PJs. Check it out if you didn't. And number 1, Hammerman. Hammerman premiered September 7th, 1991 on ABC. For a total of 13 episodes, the show follows Stanley Burrell, a youth center worker who owns a pair of magical dancing shoes. When Warren turns Burrell into the superhero Hammerman. MC Hammer hosted the show, while Clark Johnson voiced the cartoon Hammerman. The show aired on Saturday mornings at 10. Now, this cartoon right here I used to watch. I was a big fan of MC Hammer back in the day. I even had the pants. I ain't gonna lie, as a kid, I had the Hammer pants. Like, who didn't, right? Everybody was trying to do the Hammer dance, and Hammer was everywhere. Hammer was bigger than life back then, with the dancing, and he was on everybody's soundtrack, and even landed him a cartoon. The cartoon was short-lived, and I think some of the episodes didn't even get to air all the way here in the U.S. But MC Hammer ended up falling into some financial problems and kind of fell off the map a little bit. But it's good to say that even now, MC Hammer's doing his thing. You know, he was never all the way out of hip hop. He was still doing his thing. He was still doing music here and there. And yeah, he had financial problems. Who doesn't? But he made his way out of it. And you know, even today, he's doing pretty well. So shout out to MC Hammer, man. Dude was an icon back in the early 90s, especially for kids. And he changed the game, man. And he was doing a lot of big things. It's just that gangster rap kind of came along and just kind of took over in the early 90s and kind of pushed a lot of artists like that out, you know. And it's funny now, back in the day, people used to say who was better, Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer. And man, what a joke. Come on, man, Hammer all day. But yeah, man, this cartoon was something else, man. And yeah, shout out to MC Hammer. And I just noticed something, that back in the early 90s, a lot of rappers had cartoons. Kid and Play, MC Hammer. That's crazy. But yeah, anyway, man, that's Hammerman in number 1. And yeah, these are some of the forgotten cartoons that forgotten black cartoons from the 90s. And man, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was something new for me. I'm gonna try to do more videos like this if I can, if I can find time. But yeah, man, I just want to do a quick countdown for some of the top 5 forgotten black cartoons of the 90s. I'm a 90s kid, and I gotta rep it. So yeah, man, shout out to all the 90 kids out there. But yeah, this is Freedom Mouth Productions. Thank you guys for watching, and it's Hammer time. I'm out.